how's it going? This video, this workshop, this boot camp is supposed to be and will be a crash course to you making money behind your chair. So today what I'll be doing is I'll be explaining in detail 5 real ways that you can make money behind your chair. Most of you cut hair. Great. Because the only requirement for taking this course is to be a barber. Now these principles could be applied to anything, but if you're a barber, then that means that you already have one secure source of revenue. And also, I'm going to show you something that I've learned in data mining, which is a whole concept that I pulled from other industries and brought into barbering. Mining data. How do you take data that you already have and massage it? Massage the data and turn it into other ways of generating revenue. When I realized that my clientele could hold a lot more than just a haircut, I started massaging that data to figure out how can I extract from my already existing clientele more revenue. Because the thing is, you're already spending 80 hours a week or 70 or 60 or 50 or whatever. You're already spending that time in the shop. Now, I learned something from Warren Buffett. Warren Buffett says that the guy that's homeless on the street and the multimillionaire, there is no difference between them. The only thing that separates them is what they do with their time. So I started thinking, how can I become a millionaire at barbering? Because for me, it's like, if I really, really love this, if this is really, really my passion, how do I become super rich from it? And the truth is, I'm going to be frank with you. Well, I'm going to be Todd with you, but I'm going to be frank. You know what I'm saying. The idea is you won't be rich standing there cutting hair. Wealth, or how you say, financial freedom, will only come from establishing different sources of revenue. So today, the Cash Flow Barber Bootcamp is for barbers who already have one secure flow of income. So let's basically jot these things down. First, we're going to tell you cash is trash, right? So, and this is the cash flow for, and I would say barbers, even though these principles apply for any business. But if you're a barber, this will sink in so smoothly and you'll be able to execute this right away. Well, like I said, the first thing I'm going to say is cash is trash. The reason why I say that is not because cash is not valuable, but if you're trying to establish different sources of revenue, and today we're going to go over 5 of them. If you're going to establish different sources of revenue, you got to realize that sometimes you can't wait for cash to come in. Sometimes you have to figure out how to create value that will amount to income, whether it's immediately or eventually. So don't just sit there and wait for the cash transaction all the time. Build value, right? So cash is trash. So Todd, why did you name it the Cash Flow Bootcamp? Because if I said anything else, you guys would probably say, it's probably just another one of those tutorials that he does. But when I say cash, you know what I mean. I mean big bucks, the bag, right? The moolah, right? So I'm gonna just do this illustration. You guys seen this online before. Secure the bag, right? So the idea is you want to be able to establish 5 sources of revenue behind the chair. If you're a barber, then you already have one, right? But what I've found is that over time, as busy as I became, or as popular as I became, I was only in demand for haircuts and haircut related services. And I did not like that. Now where I started, before I got on Instagram and all that stuff, where I started was, I started trying to establish a brand. And when I started trying to establish a brand, I realized that I immediately had potential customers. So when I did that, when I started establishing a brand, I started saying, hold on. If I can make a t-shirt and people want the t-shirt bad as I don't know what, and I can make $20 to $25 in profit off the t-shirt, and I can create a web store, right? And I can post it on Instagram, and I can get celebrities to wear it, right? And I can do charity events where I give them away and use it as promotion, and ultimately be able to sell more shirts than I could ever imagine. Then that's better than cutting hair. Because it all started out with an idea, but I pushed the idea to my clients. My clients wore the shirt. My clients' friends liked it. They wanted to buy a shirt. I set up a website. People on the internet liked it. I posted it on Instagram. People hashtag my barber is black. And before you know it, I have a viral concept that I created, but I'm a barber. So when I talk to you about these 5 different streams of revenue, these are things that I actually did. These are things that I'm doing to this day. When you see a barber, quote unquote, saying, I don't want to cut hair anymore, it's not because I've lost love for the art of cutting hair. It's just because I'm in a position where I can step on the gas with any one of these 5 different revenue streams. So I'm telling you something that I'm doing right now, right? And you guys can employ these same things in order to grow your business, in order to retire from barbering, in order to, work less. Whatever it is that you want to do, you can employ the same concept, because this is something that I'm telling you will work. And if you watch me and you watch what I do, you'll realize, because everything that I do, I'm breaking it down in this video. So what I'll be doing is, in this layout, I'll be putting down 5 ways that you can make money, whether people show up or not, whether you have clients or not, or if you do have clients like you guys do have, it's a plus, all right? So I'm gonna get into it, right? But make sure you take notes and make sure that you study. Don't just listen to me. Study your own business. This is a concept that was taken from what they call mining data or massaging data. I have my own data. I have my own clients. I have my own services. I have my own prices. I have my own demographic. You have your own data. Your clients, your location, right? How much they spend, how frequently they do it, and ultimately, projections as to where you want to be. So if you take this concept and you implement it into your business, you'll start realizing that you can do exactly what I'm doing. It's not even like rocket science. It's basically like a no-brainer. Like, you should be doing this. This is what every barber should do. And I hear people saying, well, Todd, I'm trying to establish a brand and I'm trying to do this. If you don't understand what the purpose of establishing a brand is, then it's pointless to even spend money on a logo. When I decided that I wanted to establish a brand, I eventually wanted to be free from barbering. And I wanted to create something perpetual. I wanted something that would outlive me. So right now, in this moment, I haven't cut hair in, 2 weeks? I haven't cut hair in 2 weeks. What does that mean? Does that mean that my brand doesn't exist anymore? No, it just means that you've created something outside of yourself that can work for you in the event that you choose either not to, or in the event that you can't. These 5 different revenue streams will create money for you, cash flow. And when I say cash flow, I mean streams of revenue, right, for you, whether you choose to work or not. And when I say work, I mean stand on your feet and exert energy to cut people's hair. All right? So we're going to get into it. Number one, and every educator will tell you this, so I'm going to start with number 1. Additional services. Yeah, you learn a different service and you offer it. So yeah, we're going to learn how to do facials, and we're going to learn hair units, and we're going to learn and all these different things. That's cool, but you still have to work. How do you get time to spend with your family? How do you get a chance to go on vacation? how do you get a chance to just go get a massage if you're always working? Additional services are great, but that's not the answer. That's not the end all be all, because you will still burn out. So we're going to get into all 5, and if you pay attention, you'll realize that half of these things you're already doing, but you're doing it for free. So I'm going to show you how to make money from it. All right, so let's get into it. All right, just pay attention.